Hey guys, welcome to the first ever, what I'm calling right now, Thursday Night Live Gluestick chat. If you have a better idea for a name, let me know. I'm going to take just a few minutes to let people hop on, probably not even a few minutes, just a couple minutes. Um, just to let people hop on. Oh goodness, and my alarms are already going off. Okay. So hopefully a few people can hop on. I'm going to be talking all about goal planning, goal setting, miles, and just some motivational talk. Hey guys, thanks for saying hi in the chat. Good. Okay. People are hopping on, so this is good. So I'm just going to jump right in. Before I start, I wanted to share a little story. And if I cry during this, that just means you're getting the real Sarah, because Sam's like, I'm sure you're going to cry, because I always cry in these live videos for some reason. And thank you guys. Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited that you guys are here. This is so exciting. I've had an awful night. Awful. And I'm not saying this for pity. There is a point to the story. So I don't know what was up with my kids from like 3:30 on. It was just chaos and nobody was listening. And we've had such a good week. So I was like, what is going on? And then nobody left till like 4:59 and I closed at 5 and Sam was working late. My girls were just crazy. Like I yelled at them a few times. I yelled at Bryony. Like I never yell at Bryony, but I was just like, why are you digging in the garbage? Like why? I'm just trying to make supper. Like I don't understand what's going on. And I'm like, I have this live thing. I just want a smooth night so that I can talk to my glue sticks and my girls can just go to bed. But it was just crazy. And finally we ate. I went to go give them a bath and they're in the bath. Bryony keeps standing up. She's in a laundry basket. She keeps standing up, trying to like reach over like every 5 seconds, like trying to reach over like and drown herself. And I'm just like, I said, come home. And then I get her out of the tub and I'm drying her off. And I swear, echo going off in the kitchen. And then I swear I hear somebody in the kitchen. And so I like immediately lock the door and I'm like texting Sam, hurry up and come home, because he was on his way home. And we literally locked ourselves in the bathroom for like 40 minutes and nobody was here. But it was just like, and I'm not normally a super paranoid person, but I swear I thought he was home because I heard something. I don't know. But I'm sharing this because I feel like this is proof to me that this is a good message I have, and the universe, the devil, whatever you want to believe, is trying to stop me. So I was like, I really just want to go to bed or drink something alcoholic, which I never drink, but it was just that kind of night. And I'm like, nope, this is just proof to me that this is a good message that somebody out there needs to hear. So anyway, hopefully you'll get something of value out of this. And I hope you guys really enjoy this. I literally was in the shower. TMI, I don't know. I guess everybody showers. In the shower a few days ago, and I've been really mindful about like what I think about in the shower, because I watched this whole video about how, who you bring into the shower matters. So don't bring your boss, don't bring your naggy friends or whatever. Just, focus on good things. This is like a sacred cleansing time. So I was just thinking about YouTube sticks and how I want to serve you better. And I just had this idea of like, I want to go live and I want to just share my heart, because I have all these like thoughts and things I want to share that don't really lend themselves to a normal video that I film and edit. I just want it to be really raw and candid and real and in real time with you guys chatting back and forth. So that's where this was born. I hope to do them every Thursday, but we'll just see. We'll be flexible, because we all know, life gets busy. Adulting's hard. Being a working mom is hard. With businesses on top of it, is hard. But so what you can expect from this platform, I guess this kind of live thing on Thursdays, will be more of like what we post on Monday, Wednesdays. So not very much daycare stuff, but like motivation. I might talk about anxiety and my depression story. I do want to share that. I'm feeling really called to share that eventually. The law of attraction and stuff. I've been learning about that even from like a Christian perspective. Planning, goal setting, routines, books, working mom tips, dreaming big, goals, all that kind of stuff. Just tips about life, I guess. And not just tips. Like I'm not like an expert, but I just love to inspire and help people and share. And so that's what this is going to be more like. And I just really wanted a way to connect with you guys more on a one-on-one, not one-on-one, but you know what I mean, live basis. So bear with me because this is still very new, but I went live on Instagram on Saturday talking about these products I've been taking, and although it was terrifying, it was really fun, and so that really kicked me in the pants. So kind of glancing down at your comments while I'm going, but thank you guys for sharing in the comments. I'm just so excited. And this just melts my heart. So thank you for being here. It means a lot to me, and I hope I can give something back to you. As you know, I like to ramble, so I'm going to try to just stay concise, but anyway, so like I said a little bit earlier, if you just hopped on, if I cry in this, that's normal. We do our Patreon daycare-related lives. I do once a month over on Patreon. If you're interested, if you haven't heard about it, you can go check that out. But those are daycare-related, and I often cry in those. I don't know what it is. I just start talking and I cry. I think it's whatever. So bear with me. Hopefully that's okay if we cry. Maybe not. I'm just trying to put that out there, so maybe I won't cry because it's the pressure. Okay, so anyway, before we really get into the heart of it, season, if you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, I would love to know what is one of your favorite winter holiday traditions that you do. Just pop that in the comments. Mine are probably looking at the holiday lights. We're actually going to go on like a trolley holiday lights tour as a family in a couple weeks. It's actually going to be on Sam's birthday. He's a December 9th birthday. And so I'm really excited to start that tradition. But let me know, what are your guys' favorite traditions? Where are you coming from? I'm in the United States, Minnesota. But yeah, I just love to know. So put that in the comments. Just thought that'd be a little icebreaker. But also, so tonight we're going to be talking about goal setting. And I like thinking about the holidays and stuff like that as a good like end of the year, summing up your year. But we shouldn't get to oh my gosh, what day is it? We shouldn't get to January 1st with no vision. No matter where you are in your life, even if you feel lost, you should have some kind of vision come January 1st. And that takes forethought, that takes planning, that takes sitting down and doing the work, thinking about visualizing, all that kind of stuff, journaling, thinking about what you want for 2019. Some people make gingerbread houses. Brittany said, Megan, going to the Rotary Lights about an hour away. Yeah, I've heard of them. I want to go. Traveling and naps with our girls still, it's hard, but I know it's not that far. It sounds beautiful. We take our boys on a trip around the city to look at lights. We do the same. We get hot chocolate, listen to the Christmas music. So fun. We open one gift here. Thank you for hopping on. One gift on Christmas Eve night right before bed. I love that. Baking cookies with my granddaughters. Okay. I shouldn't have asked this because it's going to make me cry. Working on my own vision board. Awesome, Cynthia. Okay, yes. Anyway, so I'll check those out later. You guys keep putting those in the comments. But okay, so talking about goal setting, and I really want these to be me sharing my heart with you guys and being really real. So I'll save that more for the end. I have a little rant I want to go on. I always have these rants. Do you guys have these in your head? Like I just have these like motivational rants in my head, like when I'm showering, when I'm like driving, which is rare. I feel like I never leave the house, but when I'm doing something alone, which is rare, I have these motivational rants that I want to say, and I'm no motivational speaker, but I'm like, you know what? Why not try? Why not try to give inspiration to people? So I'll save that for the end. Let me know if you guys do that too, if you have like rants. I've done that since I was little. I don't know. I've not been in somebody else's head before. So anyway, so that will be at the end, but jump right in. I'm going to talk about my goal planning system for 2019. I'm switching things up. If you hear coughing, that's Stan in the kitchen. So yeah, I'm going to talk about my planning system. You guys can share yours if you have one. And then I will jump into some motivational talk. So in the past, if you guys watch us on YouTube or have for a while, I use this vision binder that I created. And it's got all kinds of stuff. It's got like vision boards of different things. It's got what used to be my rhythm register, which was based on two books. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, and The 12-Week Year by Brian P. Moran, and Michael Lennington. Both are amazing books. Both have helped me tremendously. Sam's going to bed. You want to say hi? He got home really late, and now he's going to bed because he's going to work really early. So anyway, so those are the books that I based those on. And those worked great for me for a while, but I just found, just like the bullet journal, I used to do that for a while, and I loved it, but it just became too much work. And so did these rhythm registers. I love them. I love that I could personalize them, but I found that like it just was becoming too much work. And I may go back to them, but I'm just in a season of life where I don't need more work. Who's with me? Put an amen if you don't need more work in your life. So yeah, so I am switching this year to the Power Sheets. So if you're not familiar with the Power Sheets, they're by an amazing redhead. Gonna throw that out there. Laura Casey, she, I don't even know if Southern Weddings is still a thing now. I know she changed her brand, but she was the creator of the magazine Southern Weddings. She did, she's done this like Making Things Happen tour, like women's empowerment branding company, I guess you could say. And now she's really affiliated with Emily Lay, who does the Simplified Planner. I followed her for years, and I've done the Power Sheets in the past. I don't think I followed them through a full year, but I'm committing myself this year to do a full year. They're not cheap. I think it was almost $60, but to me, so worth it because it's so much more than my rhythm registers were. It's like got so many pages in the beginning, and I'm not affiliated with her at all. Maybe should be, but so if I drop a link, it's not an affiliate link or anything. So let's see here. So it comes with, I'm not going to show you all of mine because I filled it out, but it comes with, like, how many pages is this? About 33 pages of just like not really planning, but reflecting, I guess, and really thinking about what you want in your life. Like there's a getting to know me section. There's who are you? What do you want? There's like when you're 80, what do you want to look back and think of? What do you want to let go in your life? What do you want more of? Lessons you learned in the last year, people you're grateful for, just so many things. Like this is my saying no to, saying yes to, and I try to make them even, so no pressure, right? Just so many amazing things that really make you reflect and think about, you know, what it is you really want for your life before you set your goals, because you don't want to set your goals and then just set them and be done with it because maybe they don't really line up. Maybe you want like a clutter-free home, but you're also craving like time with your family, and so maybe those don't line up. That's not a very good example, but you know, maybe you want to run a business, but you also feel like you're pregnant and, you know, you just feel like you need to slow down. You know, maybe those are conflicting. And now that's not saying you can't do both. I've done both. But it's just helping you really reflect on like, well, what will you have to sacrifice in order to make both of those happen? Or maybe you take a few months off and then you do it, or, you know, it's just stuff like that. So I highly, highly recommend this system because it's amazing. Obviously, a lot of thought, a lot of years have gone into creating these. So you do a lot of upfront work before you get to the goals. And I haven't actually, I haven't actually set my goals yet, but I know vaguely what they will be. And I'll be sharing generally what they're going to be with you guys. Some of them are like secret. They're very personal to me. But anyway, excuse me. Anyway, so yeah, so that is what I'm using, and all of this, I'll just share them again in case a few people hopped on. What I do with goal setting on top of the, what is this called? Power Sheets, oh my gosh, is based on what I learned in this 12-week year. You guys, if you have not read this and you want something for your life, go read it. It's so good. It's basically about how you can take your goals that you have for a whole year and get them done in 12 weeks, which seems overwhelming, but really it's like how many of us don't even accomplish our year goal because by the time you get halfway through the year, you've forgotten about them. So a lot of us could hit them smack dab, you know, get them done in 12 weeks if we're really conscious about it and, you know, hustle. And then the Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, which goes hand in hand with the book, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, which I've plugged and plugged and plugged as much as I can. My dad actually is borrowing it, but those both are about you know, how little things every day over time add up, compound, and like multiply. So your little efforts, reading 10 pages of a book every day, over time will, you know, compound and multiply. So it's amazing. And these books actually help me overcome depression. So highly recommend. So yeah, those are what I'm, you know, using for my goal planning. And then obviously I'm using my happy planner just for daily planning. So this is not for goal setting, but it's how like I keep track of my tasks, which look like this all the time. Never neat and beautiful. But you know, I get stuff done. So whatever works, right? It doesn't have to be beautiful. So my old system was a vision binder. But yeah, in the power sheets, and I know this is a really popular thing to plan a word for the year. And I haven't done this for a few years, but I truly believe it works because the year 20, so leading into 2014, I believe it was, yes, it was. I set the word, I intended for the word refresh to, you know, symbolize my year going into 2014. And we had, you know, been trying for a baby for a year and it wasn't happening. I was nannying. I had quit my teaching job. Like I just didn't really know where my life was going. And I wanted a refresh. And I was thinking of it more as like pausing, reflecting, you know, refreshing my spirit, renewing, like that kind of refresh. Well, 2014 was 6 months of lowest of lows, found out we were infertile, every day, fighting with God. Why is this happening to me? Just low, very low. And then I made peace with that. A week later, got pregnant with Celia. So, okay, there's the tears. So, yeah. So, and then, but all these other things happened too. Like it wasn't just like a switch went off and my dreams came true. It was, we moved. And it was like this spiral that ended up leading to postpartum depression in 2015. And so I look back at it now and what a refresh that was. I had no idea any of that. I had no idea we were infertile. I know we had tried for a year. I had no idea that we were going to be told we probably couldn't have children unless we did IVF with ICSI, which is like the most, you know, extreme you can go really to try to have a baby on your own. And then to finally come to peace with that and then get pregnant and then move, like just so many things. And so I look at that and I had this vision for refresh, but really I think of it like the refresh button on my keyboard where it like reloads, like my whole life was reloaded and I had no idea what was going on. And it led to like a breakdown that I can now look back on and be grateful for. And I promise I will share more about it one day. It's still hard to think about even a few years later, but that's just to say the words you use, the words you pick matter. It's not to say what you envision for a year is going to absolutely come true, but just be really mindful about the words you pick. Maybe don't pick refresh if you don't want your whole life to like fall apart before your very eyes. But anyway, so my word for the year is bloom. And that's just what came to me. It's fitting because the power sheets are all about like planting and cultivating and harvesting and very horticulture based, I guess you could say. But I was thinking about my life and what I want for 2019. I was thinking about all these little seeds I've planted, business seeds, seeds in my children of things to come, seeds in my marriage, not literal seeds, but you know what I mean? Like we've been working on going on dates and stuff since 11. I'm embarrassing myself. Little seeds throughout my life. And I feel like none of them have fully sprouted yet. But I feel like next year is the year that they're going to bloom. And I'm just staying focused on that. Like I'm really working on my mindset right now. I want to do, Stan, leave the light on, please. Thank you. I've just been working so much on my mindset, which I'm sure I'll do another video about, but I really do think words matter. So if you guys have a word for 2019, drop it below in the comments. I want to know what it is. I'm sure they're all different. We're all in different stages of life, and that's okay. Maybe your words are like slow down. Maybe your word is pause. Maybe your word is hustle. I thought about doing hustle, but I don't want to hustle. I want ease. I want ease in my life. I love this. Like, I love this with you guys because it doesn't feel like work. It's just amazing. It's just something I wanted to do. And I don't feel like it's hustling, even though I'm taking up my only hour of the day at night with you guys. But, you know, you could view that as hustling, but I'm viewing it as blooming. Okay. It's all about mindset. Okay. So let me know, what is your word for the year? Amber, positive. I love that. Yes, I am really working on being positive. Somebody actually asked me today on Facebook, I want to say, patience. I love that, Megan. Yes, I had no patience tonight, and I even told Celia that quite a few times. I have no more patience left. I don't know what you're doing, child, but I have no patience left. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Oh, somebody had asked me about my mindset, and like I seem so positive, and I was just saying, like, I am not that way normally. Like, in my being, my mind goes to the negative so much. Like, I wouldn't say I'm pessimistic, but I worry and I worry and I worry some more, and I'm a perfectionist, you know. I'm not proud of it, and so I'm really working on it. I'm reading all kinds of books about success and about mindset, which, like, right now I'm reading Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, not because like I'm like dead set on being a millionaire, but because this book is recommended like for success. And what I'm learning about successful people and happy people is it all starts up here. So yes, that's great. So somebody, oh, Cynthia, release. I love that. I love that word. Peace, joy. I need a word for stick to the schedule. Reliable. I don't know. Peace, peaceful. Okay, you guys, I hear you. I hear you. Peace. Yes. Don't we want more peace? Oh, don't we want more peace, especially after tonight? Driven. Yes, driven, I think. Yeah. Stick to the schedule. Oh, that's hard. I'll have to think of more. I'm an English major. I should have these like, right? I should be a thesaurus. Okay. So while you guys think about your word, maybe you don't have a word, just be thinking about it. I'm here to lend myself to you guys just to give you some ideas and to inspire you. So what I really wanted to talk about tonight is this is what I was thinking about in the shower, having my motivational moment, like naked in the shower, thinking about like if I could say something to somebody, what would I say? And I was just thinking about my life and thinking, this is where the tears are going to come. So thinking about talking to myself back when I was going through postpartum depression. What would I say to myself? Because I, at that point, felt like there was nowhere to go. Like I had dreams, but I felt like they would never come true. And like, why am I even dreaming them? Like, what's the point? And obviously I had hormonal things going on. I just had a baby, but I was thinking like, if I could talk to me then, what would I say? I'm gonna try to say this without crying. So I truly believe deep down inside of every single one of us, all of you watching, everyone, there's some kind of dream. There's some kind of vision. Maybe you don't even know what it is yet, but you will one day. And maybe you're working on it, and that's great. And maybe for some of you, it's trapped. Like it's trapped in there and you have suppressed it and pushed it down for so long that you're like, oh no, I don't have a dream, because you've suppressed it and you've pushed it down and you just think, you've told yourself that it's not going to happen. Maybe that dream is too expensive, so you've pushed it down. Like, we just can't afford that, whatever it is. We just can't afford it. Maybe you've told yourself you're too busy and you just don't have time, like all of us. Maybe you feel your kids are too young. My kids are just too young. I can't do that right now. I got to be here with them, and I can't be a mom, and whatever it is. Maybe you just have no clue to how to get started and you're terrified. Maybe you feel like you aren't good enough. You don't have the right connections. Maybe you just don't believe in yourself. Like, you're just like, who am I? Who am I to tell somebody about that, or start this, or volunteer here, or apply for that job, or go back to school, whatever it is. And then you tell yourself, well, somebody's already doing it. Maybe there's some business idea you have, and you're like, well, somebody's already doing that. Like, I can't do it. I already saw it on Shark Tank, maybe whatever. Maybe you think people would laugh at you, people you love, they wouldn't get it. Maybe your family and friends would just not understand. Maybe you're scared of rejection from them. Maybe it seems crazy, whatever the dream may be. Or maybe instead of somebody else is doing it, maybe nobody else is doing it. Okay. Those are all real things. Honestly, every single one of those are things I've thought about YouTube. So let's just stop. Like, I want you guys to think about when you're 80, and this comes from the Power Sheets. I want to give credit where credit's due. In there, it said, like, when you're 80, what do you want? What do you want for your life? What do you want to be? What do you want to have going on? What do you want to look back and have achieved? If you get to 80 years old and you look back on that dream, whether you know what it is now or have forgotten about it or working on it, whatever it is, if you look back on that and you didn't do anything about it, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. It's just a fact. If you do it and fail, you're not going to look back and regret. You may regret how it happened or a choice you made along the way, but at least you tried. And I don't think failure is giving up. Maybe you keep trying or you try something else, or maybe that wasn't the right dream. But if you get to 80 and you just suppress that dream your whole life, you're going to regret it. And I truly, truly believe the more I read the Bible, the more I study, the more books I read, I truly believe God has planted that dream in your heart. Whatever it may be, even if it seems silly, like, why would God plant that in my heart? Like, that seems like a silly thing. Why would God plant YouTube in my heart? Why would God plant Thursday Night Lives in my heart? I don't know, but I truly believe he did, in the shower. And I've been listening, and I've just been acting. Even if I don't understand, even if I don't know what I'm going to say, I've just been acting. So are you prepared whenever you go? Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's when you're 99. Are you prepared to look God in the face, if you believe, and tell him that, whether you did or did not follow that dream? Because he's going to ask you, you're going to be held accountable for the nudges he places in your heart. And he'll keep nudging. He'll keep nudging until you go after them. So if you get to the end of your life and you haven't at least tried, at least pondered going after your dream, you're going to have to be accountable for that. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to look God in the face and say, nope, sorry, didn't think your plan was that great. Like, who wants that? So just think about that, you guys. And I feel like we, especially moms, and women, we trick ourselves and we think us going after our dreams is selfish for some reason. Maybe you will have to say no to friends for a while, or, not go on vacation for a while so that you can make your dream come true. That's not necessarily selfish. Following what God wants you to do is never easy. So I don't think that's a selfish thing. And almost every dream that you could have, besides like a really evil plan, is going to be giving back to the world in some way, right? This little dream of mine, me talking to you guys right now, this isn't like for me. I mean, I had this urge to tell you and it makes me feel good to share, but it's for you guys. So like, I'm not being selfish in doing this, right? I would hope nobody would think that. So you going after your dream, whatever it is not selfish. So I wanted to read this quote from The Millionaire Mind. I'm like halfway through. I'm flying through this. I would highly recommend it. It's basically talking about like the difference between a wealthy mindset versus a poor mindset, or even a middle class mindset. And it just lines up with everything I've read about happiness and stuff like that too. So even if you don't care about becoming a millionaire or whatever, it's just a really good book for mindset and, realizing that the world is full of abundance, and you having something, even if it's not money, you just having your dreams, if you want to go that route, is not taking away from somebody else's dreams. So, it's probably going to inspire somebody to go for their dreams. So anyway, this is a quote, which is actually a quote of a quote. So it says, in her wonderful book, A Return to Love, author Marianne Williamson puts it this way, quote, you are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Oh my gosh, I'm an emotional wreck, but I just love that. I love, if you're letting your light shine, sure, people might be jealous. Friends may say negative things out of jealousy or misunderstanding, but secretly they're watching. And even if some people try to stamp out your dreams, you are inspiring somebody else, which is way more important. And you know, a lot of those people who try to put you down will come around. And if they don't, that's okay. That's not part of your purpose. Your purpose is to inspire those few that are watching, you know, who do care, who aren't jealous, who truly want the best for you, and you've inspired them to do the same for themselves. Okay, so I want you guys to think about your dreams in light of that. I want you to think about your goals. Maybe they're tiny. Maybe it's just like this little thing, like going on a date with your husband, which actually isn't a little thing. It can be really hard, especially when you have kids and jobs. But that's doing the world a good. So you go on a date with your spouse, your marriage is stronger, which means your family is stronger. And if your family is stronger, your kids go to school and they affect their friends and they're happier. And then their friends affect their friends and they're happier. And then the teacher's happier. Like, it's a ripple effect. You don't see it. You don't see it. Maybe when at the end of our lives, we'll get to see our ripple effect, which will be really cool and maybe a little scary. But you're not going to see it, but just know it's there because we felt it. I felt like that random smile from a stranger that had to have come from somewhere in their life. Maybe somebody did something good for them and then they smiled at me and then I felt good at the Target checkout line or whatever. Little things, you guys. So no dream is too little, no dream is too big. So if you've already accomplished all your dreams, I highly doubt that, but awesome. And maybe you're just terrified and you don't know where to start. Hopefully this is just a little nudge from the universe to tell you to get looking at it. You know, maybe this is just what you needed to hear. So I just truly believe none of us are meant to settle. I think when you settle and you're complacent just in everything, you've given up. Like, I don't think any of us are meant to do that. I think there's seasons of like reveling in the glory and the beauty around you or the struggle around you, you know, when you have little kids or a loss in your life, a layoff from your job. You know, when I had my depression, that was a season of just digging myself out. But that digging myself out is what gave me this incredible motivation and drive, I guess you could say, to follow my dreams, and to inspire others. And I don't intend on ever going back, because to go back would mean to be back in that place of rock bottom and sorrow. And I don't want that. I don't want that for anybody. It's awful. Like, who wants to be there? So that's why I'm always moving forward. I have great dreams, and even if I got to all my dreams, I'm gonna make more dreams, because I just think life's too short to like not have a vision for it. You only get this one life, I believe. Let's make something of it, you know? So let's see. Even if you have a tiny dream, like volunteering more, which isn't tiny, but you know what I mean? Maybe your job isn't to become like a mega millionaire Oprah. You know, I do not have the dream to become Oprah. If I could be like a fraction of a percent of her, that would be awesome. That's okay. That's okay. And that's great. If that's what God is calling you to do, write that down, go for it. Maybe you have a goal to give back, but all you can do is $20 a month right now. Great. We all start somewhere. Maybe your goal is to start a family. Great goal. Maybe it's to eliminate clutter from your home. That's not silly. That's amazing. Maybe you have a dream to start a book club, get a new job, pay off your debt. That's still one of my goals. Start a business. I don't know what it is. Apply for that job or ask your boss for a raise. Whatever it is, go after it somehow. Maybe sleep on it, think about it for a while, but go after it. And I just really want to tell you guys that we all feel small. I just feel like people make comments on YouTube like, oh my gosh, so you are human or things like that. And I try so hard not to come off as like I know it all or I'm perfect because I am not. Like I'm a hot mess most of the time. Obviously I put a good image of myself out there. Like I don't want to be like I'm a slob and like I try to be authentic, but I think sometimes it's so easy with social media and everything to come off even unintentionally as like have it all done, have it all together, have it all perfect because I can't rant about my daycare families and nor would I, but like and I don't rant about the children even though I do have hard days like today. I try not to talk bad about my children or my husband or my friends. So like what else is there to really rant about? So it's hard to like portray myself in a truly authentic way without, talking bad about somebody or, being unprofessional. But I want you guys to think about this. So this is from my perspective. Who am I to be giving others advice online? When sometimes I feel like I don't have my stuff together. Who am I? Who am I to do that? Who am I to be talking about marriage when I just had a fight with my husband 2 weeks ago? When we put up our video about counseling, I had just had like a really bad fight with San a week before that, which was after we filmed the video, but before I put the video up, and I was like, do I even put it up? Yes, because it's still important. But anyway, who am I to be talking about marriage when my marriage is not perfect? Who am I to be talking about infertility when I have two beautiful girls asleep upstairs right now? Who am I to be talking about infertility? Like, there's so many people who have struggled with that, who are still struggling, who don't have the happy ending I have. Who am I to be talking about that? Who am I to share my successes when by a lot of people's standards, I'm not successful? Who am I? I'm just this Sarah, on the other end of the internet. Who am I? Who am I to be doing all these things? Who am I to have videos when I don't really know what I'm doing with the camera? Who am I to talk about daycare when I've only been doing daycare for a few years? Like the list goes on and on. But I just want to say, guys, if I let that stop me, I would not be here right now. I wouldn't be talking to you. If I let all those things of who am I stop me, I wouldn't be adding value to people's lives. I wouldn't have weekly, daily, sometimes emails thanking me that somebody started their daycare because of me or somebody got hope for their daycare. They were burning out because I helped them get good policies in there. I'm not a daycare expert, and I say that in my videos, but I'm still helping people. Who am I? But yeah, I am a person and I can share. And if I let all those things stop me, I wouldn't have helped so many people who are going through infertility. I can't tell you guys how scary it was years ago now. We shared our infertility in the midst of it. It was April of 2014. And we shared our infertility story. It was terrifying. And so many people reached out to me saying they were praying for me. And a month and a half later, we conceived Celia. And so many people still have reached out to me despite me getting pregnant, despite me not, Bryony being a complete surprise. Like, people still reach out to me because of that. So if I had let my fear stop me, or if I had stopped talking about infertility just because it's not part of our story right now, there's so many people who would have felt alone, and I still feel like, who am I to talk about it? But I don't let it stop me. I don't let it stop me because I know that voice who's saying, who am I? Who's saying that to all of you guys, saying, who am I? Is not God, is not looking out for your higher purpose. It's fear, and it's looking out to keep you safe. And keeping you safe will not value the world, will not help you affect others people's lives. Like, I just can't talk about infertility without crying. So sorry, guys. I'm not special, okay? I'm not a perfect mom by any stretch of the imagination, but that doesn't stop me from sharing what I know about dealing with strong-willed children. And there have been moms who have reached out to me and thanked me for that, even though sometimes I'm like, I'm not even following my own advice, but people still reach out to me, you know? Like, you don't have to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. You don't have to be special. Nobody is special. But at the same time, we all are special. We all have special gifts, God-given gifts that we are meant to share, that we are meant to be our light. Like this little light of mine, Celia sings that, and I cry, and I'm like, I hope the world sees her light, you know? It's so important, you guys. It's so important that we share our light. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Like, I just wanted to share that you all have light inside of you that you are supposed to share. So how can you work towards sharing a little bit of that in 2019? What have you been suppressing? What have you turned off in your life that somebody needs? Like, maybe you've gone through a struggle, but you stopped talking about it because you thought people will judge you. You know, but maybe you're supposed to share it. If you're feeling called to share it, share it. It's terrifying. It's scary. It's scary being here right now, crying on camera. But I felt called. I felt this intense nudge. Like, I just had this idea of Thursday nights. I just want to talk to my glue sticks and be real. And hopefully it's going to help somebody. And I don't know what the nudge means. I don't know where it for sure came from, but I know it feels good and it feels right. And so I'm going to follow it. And I just encourage you guys to do the same, especially at the end of this year. It's a stressful time of year, but it's also a beautiful time of year. And I just hope you take some time to reflect and really think, what is your light? Maybe you don't know, you know, and that's okay. I am still figuring it out. And maybe it's personal. I'm not going to share every single goal with you guys. I forgot to even share my goals, so I'll do that. But don't let your fear stop you. I lost my train of thought. But so I want to ask you guys, instead of who are you to be doing all this? Who are you to follow your dreams? I want to ask you, why not you? Why not now? Why not 2019? Why not your family? Why not your dream? Why not your business? Why not your perspective? Why not your children? Why not your husband? Why not that job? Why not your debt? You know, whatever it is, why not? Like, at the end of the day, what is holding you back? And is it really worth it to risk those fears that may not even come true? And if they do, it says way more about the world and everybody else than it really says about you. Okay. So, I want you guys to think too. You could lose money following your dreams. You could lose time. I know I lose a lot of time following my passion on YouTube and other online things. I don't spend a lot of time watching TV. Sometimes I feel like, oh, it'd just be nice to like veg out in front of the TV. And sometimes I do. Not a robot. But you could lose time. But to me, it's worth it. You know, your dream is worth it. You may lose friendships. I'm just going to be completely honest. You may lose friendships going after your dreams. They may come out. I've lost friendships and regained them later on, and they were stronger because we just weren't at the same spot in our lives. And I've lost friends, and I'm okay with it, you know, and maybe they'll come around one day, but they're not right now, and that's okay. But the biggest thing I want you to think about is that regret. Like, you don't want to look back and regret. You may lose things on the way, but you're going to gain so much. Don't think about just the loss. Think about the gain if you follow your dreams and if you follow your goals. So, guys, I totally skipped over. So I have notes here because I had a lot I wanted to say. But I want to talk about my goals for 2019, and maybe you guys could share your goals for 2019 since hopefully I'm done crying on live YouTube. So my goals, I'm not going to be super specific because I don't know. You know, some things should be private, but I am just envisioning 2019 with growth, big changes. I don't know exactly what they are, but I just feel something's going to change. And I really don't know. I really don't. That's not a lie. Like, I really don't know what it's going to be, but I just feel like something's going to give in a good way. Paying off debt is a goal for us. Financially, you know, we're working towards that. And I have this huge goal of making a bigger difference in women's lives. And I feel really excited that this is like one step in the right direction of that. More focus for my businesses, my daycare, my YouTube, other online ventures I have going on. Connecting with other like-minded women. I love my friends that I have in real life. Really do. So grateful for them. But I'm excited to also connect with other women who have like this entrepreneurial fire and this this intense urge for more. Not saying my friends don't. Like, I have amazing friends who are incredible, but I'm just excited to like reach out to and meet and things like that with, you know, other like-minded women. I really want to focus on my health, mind, body, and soul. They all go together. I'm really working on the mind right now and trying to figure in working out and stuff like that, and health, the keto diet, stuff like that. I want to work on my marriage more. We've been trying to go on dates, but it's so hard with Sam's schedule, never knowing what's going on. But, you know, we have the intention to do more for our marriage, turn off our phones at night, like so many things we could do to work on our marriage more. And then have a stronger relationship with my kids, especially, well, both of them. Like Bryony's getting bigger and knowing more now and understanding more, and Celia is almost 4. Like, it scares me how like moldable she is right now, and I just don't want to mess that up. And I want to take more breaks. It may not be visible breaks that everybody sees, but just take a night off, take a weekend off, and actually take it off. You know, I say I'll take it off, and then I'm like reorganizing the cathartic for me, but I want to take more intentional breaks. So let me know, you guys, what are some of your goals? I'm just going to start going through the comments now that I did my little spiel. But I'd love to support you guys. And I'm loving this. So I hope you guys are too. I hear Celia crying right now. This is real life. Hopefully Sam can go help her. We'll see. Hi, baby. What's wrong? Real life, guys. Come here, honey. What is it? Can Papa help you? Here, go to Papa, honey. Papa help you. My crying probably woke her up. So yes, what was I doing? I was looking at these. Thank you guys. Oh my gosh. So grateful. Baby number 3. No. I don't want to put that out there. I mean, no intention. I am not looking for more children until 2020, but we'll see. Let's see, a trip to Canada. I'll put the coffee on. That would be awesome. I want to go to Prince Edward Island one day. Thank you guys. Yeah, my poor baby. She's not been feeling well. 2019 goals. Put me on the spot. Okay, I want to take a vacation anywhere. Yeah, let me know a goal, guys. Let me know a goal, and we'll keep each other accountable. I just feel so much love. I just feel so inspired, and I don't know all of you personally, but I feel this love and this connection on this other side of my camera with my pajama pants on, but looking okay on top. And I just want to say thank you guys. I hope this was valuable. Lose weight. Yes, me too. About 20 more pounds. I haven't stepped on the scale since Thanksgiving, so I'm kind of worried. But yeah, drop a goal in there. I'm going to go back through. Hopefully, I better go because Celia needs me. But thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry to end it that way. Let me know what you want for future lives. Keeping it real. Oh my gosh. Have a good night, you guys. Bye.